Most people don't even know that these beauty secrets exist, let alone use them, but I live by them. As I am turning 30 this year, yes, the big 3-0, okay, I'm looking very forward to it actually. I thought this was the perfect opportunity to showcase, to show you exactly all the skincare, makeup, and overall beauty tips that I wish I knew sooner. Now I'm going to categorize this video into sections, so we're going to talk about skincare, makeup, hair, as well as the products that I cannot live without. Now let the glow up begin. That sounded so cheesy. Okay, you get the point. Now, I do want to preface that none of this is sponsored. I purchased all of these products with my own money. I have tried them for months, if not years. I stand by these products and I can tell you with absolute certainty that they are absolutely worth it. Now, all the products I do mention in this video will be linked down in the description box down below so you have easy access to them. The first category I want to start off with is skincare because in my opinion, from someone who has a very sensitive skin, skincare is the most important. You cannot have a flawless makeup base without skincare. I can say with certainty that I have been my most confident when my skin is at bay, when my skin is glowing. So the skin is really the forefront of what we want to focus on. I'm not going to go too in depth about this because I'm sure you have heard this before. Number one is double cleansing. At nighttime, we wear a lot of products throughout the day. We wear moisturizer, sunscreen, makeup, waterproof mascara. There's a lot that goes on there and we want to make sure that all of that is removed. So if you're only doing one cleanse, the odds of you getting everything off are likely slim, as opposed to when you do a double cleanse, anything that you miss in the first cleanse is going to be removed in the second cleanse. I think there is a preconceived notion that if you do a double cleanse, you are stripping the skin even further, you are going to dry out the skin. That is absolutely not the case. I have combo, mostly dry skin, and I can affirm you that a double cleanse, I have seen amazing results if I just do a double cleanse. I'm making sure that all of the makeup, all of the residue is off my face before I go to sleep. Easy peasy, but makes the biggest impact. And then right after cleansing, I like to use a toner or a serum. Now I have actually purchased quite a lot of these. These are from MediHeal and they come in these packs. They're phenomenal. They have 2 other ones or 3 other ones, I believe, all for different purposes. So there is truly a pad out there for you. Now I would say 90% of the skincare that I do purchase is Korean skincare. Previously in the past, I did buy a lot of medical grade skincare, and to be honest, while it is good, my bank account did not like me, and I have found way better results using Korean skincare at a fraction of the price. One of my favorite sunscreens there is, and please take this as another tip to wear sunscreen, is the Haru Wonder sunscreen. This is probably my 8th bottle, to be honest. Tiny bit of a white cast at first, but then it will naturally go into the skin, and I think this is an absolute fabulous Korean skincare sunscreen. I was first introduced to red light therapy about 2 years ago, but it wasn't until about a year and a half that I purchased the Cure LED mask. I've spoken about this mask quite a lot on this channel. I have an entire video dedicated to it that I will insert above. I honestly truly cannot say enough good things about red light therapy, about this mask. Looking at my skin a year and a half ago, it is completely different. I suffered a lot of redness, these little bumps that would not go away. It didn't feel like anything was reacting on the skin. The skin felt fine, but a lot of the redness just would not go away until I got this mask. I'm not going to go full in depth about what the mask actually does. The video above will go into detail about everything, but if you use a red light mask religiously, i.e. every single day, or for what the mask actually tells you, some masks I believe you use 4 times a week, some masks you use every single day. It all depends on the machine, but if you use it religiously and you take the time every single day, think of it more of like a self-care moment for yourself. I firmly believe you will have the best results in like a year's time, even 6 months time. And I think if there was one thing in this entire video where I truly could not live without, it's that machine. The Cure LED mask is definitely something that you need to use religiously, so it takes discipline. The same applies to dry brushing. Again, you know, it's a little bit of a hassle. You do it right before you shower, but dry brushing is great for overall lymphatic draining, reduces cellulite, as well as overall exfoliation. Now, I do this right before I shower. Using the example of my leg, I will start on my ankle and I will brush up because you want to brush to the lymph node. And then say, for example, you're using your arms, you want to brush this way. So you're brushing towards the lymph nodes. This is definitely something that you're not going to see results right away, but I promise you over time, and if you keep consistent with it, you will see the results you want. Let alone your skin will become so much smoother, because this is a pretty harsh exfoliation, okay? It's definitely not soft. Let me just point that out. I also do this before the shower because I want to be fully exfoliated. That way, if I go in the shower and I shave my legs are fully exfoliated. Versus if you did it after the shower and if you did it after you shave your legs, it would feel a little uncomfortable, I think. I bought this one. I think it was actually from Winners in Canada. Canada, but you can get them on Amazon. There are also various options, so you can get a smaller one, you can get a bigger one, whatever fits your needs. I think the hardest thing when it comes to dry brushing, at least for me, is just being consistent with it. I think we are so programmed to see overnight success or overnight results to the point where if we don't see that, we're a little bit discouraged. We may fall off from using it, and therefore we're not going to see the results that we want. Consistency is key, guys. Consistency is key. Now let's talk hair. Now for context, I have a pretty dry scalp, as I do my entire body. I've had eczema my entire life. I just have very naturally dry, flaky skin. Now to conquer such dandruff or white flaky things on my head, I have noticed that a detox shampoo once a week is life-changing. And while I've tried many detox shampoo, the K18 peptide prep is hands down the best. I only use it once a week, every single Sunday. Every single Sunday I have an everything shower and I'm clean to the bone, including my hair. Now the first time I used this, I literally thought it'd give me an entirely new scalp. I used it right before I got on a plane. Bad mistake, because the first time I used this, it was like my scalp was shedding in a good way, because the second I washed my hair the second time, brand new scalp I had, not a single shed of flake. But I also wouldn't say that you need to have flaky hair in order to use this. Throughout the week, I'm sure there was a lot of product that we were adding to our hair that's going to cause buildup. A detox shampoo used once a week is going to get rid of any of that buildup that we've added throughout the week. It's going to leave your hair squeaky clean, which is a great way to start your week. Another great tip to get rid of any flakes that you might have is to use a scalp mask. I would say I use this more so in the winter months when I really need the help, less so much in the summer months when it's hot outside, but this is the Briogeo Scalp Repair Mask. No harsh sulfates, no silicones, no parabens. It is an amazing mask. I leave it in when I'm doing my everything shower. I leave it on my hair for about 10 minutes after I shampoo, and then you can do a rinse and all of the flakes are gone. But this is especially really good if you have an itchy scalp because there's tea tree oil in it. And I don't know about you, but I love the refreshing feeling of tea tree oil on my hair, or even mint as well. It does the same effect. It really does get rid of the almost pain of the itch from your scalp. In the wintertime, I would say this is an absolute must. Now, one tip that has truly changed my hair and my life, because again, I do have itchy, dry scalp, is double cleansing. So the same way that you would double cleanse your skin, you're going to double cleanse your hair as well. So think of the first cleanse as initially getting rid of the first layer of buildup. The second cleanse is going to get rid of any of the leftover residue, any of the leftover buildup. And I have found that when I do a double cleanse, double shampoo on my hair is when I have the most squeaky, clean hair. Like, I feel like my hair just feels like it's fresh from the salon, and I feel like I can conquer my day. Wow, that feels like one of those commercials. You know those commercials when they're like, oh, my day was so amazing because of this product. You know what? It's so true. The only downfall is, yes, you do use more product, but I do find that I use a lot less product on the double cleanse. Now, if you're looking to grow your hair and if you're looking for shine, for your hair to get healthier, I would highly encourage castor oil and rosemary oil. I'm not too sure if you can see on camera, but all of these new hairs are about 1 month old. I typically will only oil my hair once a week, and it's before the detox shampoo. I will put the oil into my scalp, massage it into the scalp, which is very important, and I will probably leave it in my hair for about 2 hours. In an ideal world, you would do longer. I just don't really find that I have the time. This is also something that you will not see results right away. You know, hair takes time to grow, so keep that in mind. But I will say, oh my god, I have seen the best results using rosemary and castor oil. You can also use castor oil in your brows and your eyelashes. I actually probably use castor oil more on my eyebrows and my lashes than I do my overall hair. I make my own mixture of an oil. I use castor oil and rosemary, and I will just mix that and put it in my hair. And the last tip is probably not one that you want to hear, but it is regular haircuts. I have noticed the biggest change when I started getting my hair cut every 3 to 4 months. Now, really, I only do that, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because I do have shorter hair, and it annoys me when it gets past, like, this is probably the longest I've had it in months, and it's just because my hairdresser is on vacation. But because I go on a regular basis, I don't feel like my hair is fried. I don't feel like my hair is unruly. When I had longer hair, I think I would go to the hairdresser maybe once a year, if maybe twice, and I noticed my hair was a lot drier. It broke off a lot easier. The ends were always dead. And now that I have short hair and I go to the hairdresser regularly, I do find that my hair is so much more healthier. So it is true what they say. If you are trying to grow your hair, regular haircuts are going to make an ample of a difference. It's not maybe what we want to hear, because obviously it costs money to go regularly to the hairdresser. Also takes time, energy. Now let's get on to makeup. Now, I have 3 tips that have really changed the way I've started to apply my makeup. And I think over the past year, I've really started to apply my makeup in a better way, let's just say. When it comes to brows, I think brows are very important. I, as a kid, would get my brows done all the time, and unfortunately, I just feel like it caused a lot of brow hair loss. And then came my early 20s, and brow pomades were very much a thing. The brow lamination is still a thing, but I think a little less popular. But the idea of having your brows literally glued to your face was very, very popular. And I noticed that when I was wearing brow pomades and slicking my eyebrows back, I was losing a lot of hair. So I switched it up. I switched it up to a brow gel. Now this is the Make Beauty Brow Gel, and I could not say enough good things about this product. This is my third tube. The only downfall I would say about this product is the packaging, solely because it is so heavy. Okay, this could hurt someone, and there's no need for a brow gel to hurt someone. But this locks in my brow hairs, does not move, and I do not have brow loss. I want to glue, but I don't want it to dry out my brow hairs, and that's exactly what this product does. I purchased mine from Revolve. I don't know if it's sold anywhere else, but it is not sold in Sephora. I actually haven't heard too many people talk about this product, but I just had to share it because this product is truly life-changing. The second tip has to do with lip liner. Now, I have 3 from Makeup Forever, and I have 3 for a rightful reason, because I'm absolutely obsessed with this product. All 3 of these shades are very popular. This is the Anywhere Caffeine, this is the Wherever Walnut, and then this is the Limitless Brown. But one thing that I've started to do is when I apply this, I like to smudge it in, and that way it's not so harsh. It's not going to show as just a strict line. It's going to almost show as your natural lip. And I do find, at least for me, these colors really do pass, or could pass, as my natural lip color. There is no better lip liner on the market, I don't believe. I've tried many. These will forever be my go-to purchase. And the third tip is probably something that you have heard, but honestly, it wasn't until I started actually implementing it that I saw, wow, okay, my makeup was flawless, is actually prepping your skin before you apply makeup. Now, prepping your skin doesn't mean washing your skin, putting your moisturizer on, your sunscreen, and then makeup on top. I did notice that when I was doing that, my skin was still showing up dry, but after my sunscreen, I just apply a little bit of this Bioma. It's a milky, gentle toner. Now, I use this before makeup. I also use this in my skincare routine as well. This is probably the only non-Korean skincare product that I have, and I bought it because I wanted to test it out before makeup. Now, if you apply this right before your makeup, oh my god, it is a night and day difference. I feel like my makeup actually goes on seamlessly, flawlessly for once. I don't feel like there's a dry flake in sight, even though I do naturally have dry skin. I'm sure there will always be a dry flaky flake. Not with this. I also love the fact that this is very good for dry, sensitive skin. If anything, it's going to repair the skin, which is actually the intent of this product, is to repair the skin. So prepping the skin before your makeup is an absolute must, especially if you want a flawless base. Now, these are not tips, but these are tools that I cannot live without, that have changed the game for me. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Cure LED mask, okay? You know that this is an absolute must for me. But when it comes to other tools that I have come across, one of them being a sponge. I know, not very fun, but it's a makeup sponge. These are the Paw Wonder Blender. These are actually from Amazon. I found them one day and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try them out. My god, is this ever a good sponge? Which just seems so odd. I'm like, oh wow, this is a good sponge. But you know what, I don't know what it is, okay? Something about this sponge is absolutely superb. I use it to apply concealer, to apply foundation, sometimes blush. Truly, I don't know why these sponges are so good, but they absolutely are. And a pack of 6 for 20 bucks in comparison to, let's say, a beauty blender that I think is like 25. You know what? It's self-explanatory. Okay, I'm gonna go with the pack of 6. The next tool is a life-saving eyelash curler. Did you hear that? There's a ghost upstairs. I held back purchasing this eyelash curler for years because I was like, you know what, it's expensive. Is it really that good? If you have pin straight eyelashes that will not hold, that will not curl, this is your go-to, baby. Yes, it is more expensive than the average eyelash curler, okay? But you purchase it one time and you'll have it probably for the rest of your life. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna break, so I hope I do have it for the rest of my life. The only thing you're gonna have to buy are the pads, and I replace them every, I would say, maybe 6 months. As someone who suffers from very straight eyelashes that do not wanna curl, this is an absolute game changer. And that's officially all of the secrets that I have. My camera is actually about to die, so I'm going to wrap this up very quickly. If you have a tip that you religiously use, I would love to know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute most to me, and I hope you have the utmost fabulous day. I will see you in next Sunday's video. Bye, guys.